What is going on, beautiful people of the world? My name is Garrett Wolf, and I am the host of the #1 podcast for people who are trying to go from skinny fat to fitness free. I've built my body over the last 8 years through trial and error, and in the last 3 years, I've helped hundreds of online clients shred unwanted fat and embody the best version of themselves. Now, let's jump right into today's show. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Garrett Wolf podcast. This is the #1 show for people who are trying to go from skinny fat to six-pack abs, all without doing hours of grueling cardio in the gym. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about taking sloppy action or taking messy action, whichever one you want to say. And this is a concept that has been true in my life, not only, but also in situations throughout my day-to-day life where I run into barriers, blockades, and brick walls that seem to be unable to be broken through. But then, however, once you figure out that all you have to do is take sloppy action, it becomes actually quite easy. So, if at any point during this podcast episode you think that I have something valuable to say, then please screenshot my face. Boom. Share it to your Instagram stories. Tag me at _Garrett Wolf, and you'll be entered to win some money, or I'll send you a free thing, and I will definitely reshare that shit to my story. So, welcome, everybody. If you haven't noticed, we did get a new microphone for the podcast. We're all official now. So, if the audio sounds better in this recording, please do let me know, because I was fidgeting with the audio a little bit. I am no audio expert, so I kind of just did some YouTube research and tried to figure out what the best mic would be for my situation. So hopefully I did that all right. Please let me know if it sounds good or if it sounds like dog shit, and I will do my best to try to fix that. Nevertheless, it does look pretty cool. It's hooked up on a nice little boom arm. I've never had that before. My friends in Discord say it sounds pretty good, so that's good. I don't have to hold it, which is absolutely awesome, and it looks pretty goddamn official right here, looking at the camera. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I definitely feel like an official motherfucking podcaster, that's for sure. This is, if you're wondering what mic I got, a little bit off topic, but it is my podcast, so we get to do whatever the fuck I want. Basically, the mic I got is called the Shure MV7, just if you're wondering. So the SHURE MV7, and it was a standoff between this one, the Shure MV7, and the Shure SM7B. That is the one that obviously Mr. Joe Rogan uses. It's a tried and true podcast microphone. The only difference here, now we're talking about audio things here on this fitness podcast, the difference is the Shure SM7B requires a XLR audio output cord cable, and that being said, it does not have a USB jack. I know this is mumbo jumbo to a lot of you that aren't into tech, but if you are into tech, here you go. So for an XLR output, you need a mixer box, like something to amplify the audio, to plug it in with the XLR jack. You can't just jack it into your computer with the USB like you can with the Shure MV7. So that's why I got the MV7, so I don't have to worry about all that XLR audio mixing mumbo jumbo. That's not my jam. I just hop on to podcasts and say what I need to say. I don't do any of that audio mixing. I'm not even that good at color grading in Premiere Pro, even though that shit is pretty easy. But that all being said, guys, that's why I got the Shure MV7. We don't have to do any kind of audio mixing. Hopefully it sounds good right out of the box. And it comes with a software that I can actually fuck around with and change some of the audio levels. So that's pretty cool. Absolutely let me know if I'm peaking at any time, or if if I sound super screamy, or you can hear my breathing. That would be absolute torture. So I don't want that to happen to you. Not that breath. Obviously, you're going to hear some of my breaths because I have to get pretty close to the microphone here like this. But I do not want you guys to hear me breathing into the mic like this. Let's even see if you can hear it. So I apologize to all your ears. Let's see. You can definitely hear that. Yeah, that is annoying as shit. Please let me know if that ever comes up. I will try my best not to do that. I wonder if that's a problem that a lot of podcast hosts run into, that like breathing into the microphone. That shit is awful. That shit is god awful to listen to. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you made it this far into the intro without clicking off and you were just listening to me spiel about microphones, I just wanted to say I fucking appreciate you. I appreciate the shit out of you because you're an early on subscriber, you're an early on follower, and I fucking like that about you. I fuck with that about you. So, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm going to try to provide as much value to you as humanly possible throughout a day-to-day basis. So today, again, I'm going to be talking all about messy action. I like to call it messy action. Sometimes some people call it sloppy action, but messy action, taking messy action. This is something that happens to a lot of people throughout their day-to-day life when it comes to especially a fitness journey or any kind of destination or goal that you may have in mind. This happens to a lot of people. This is the typical sequence. So let's just imagine your number one goal right now. What is something that pops into your head when I say, what do you want to accomplish? What do you want to achieve? What's your number one goal? What pops into your head? So whatever that thing is, I want to ask you, and I want you to ask yourself, why can you not achieve that thing right now? What is holding you back? What is stopping you from achieving that goal right now, or at least taking action steps forward to achieve that goal? What's stopping you? Now, a bunch of excuses, a bunch of things came up, started popping off in your head, back to back to back. This reason why, that reason why, this reason why, that reason why. Here's the thing, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Every single excuse that just popped into your head is 100% valid. Those reasons are the reasons why you're not successful. Those reasons are the reasons why you don't have a six-pack. Those reasons are the reasons why you can't stay dedicated to the gym. And those reasons are, in fact, the reason that you can't tweak your diet and why you crave all your foods and why you binge eat and why you go about it and why you go about your life in that way. Those are all valid. You're 100% right. However, the validity of those excuses lies in the meaning that you prescribe them. I'm going to say that again. The value of those excuses is prescribed by you. Do you understand what I'm saying? By giving those excuses fuel, you are validating them. You are validitizing them. You are creating your own reality negatively. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you bring up these excuses and you kind of reaffirm them in your head, this is what's called analysis paralysis, because you have no fucking idea what could possibly happen. You have no idea the kind of trials and tribulations that you may run into. So for you to analyze and prescribe yourself with all of these problems that might come up, all of these issues, all of these excuses that, remember, are valid. However, you're validating them again, which is the problem. When you think of all these excuses, when you go through this analysis paralysis, what happens is it literally paralyzes you. It stops you from taking action, it stops you from moving forward, and it stops you from taking the first step necessary to accomplish your goals. Do you understand? So, you need to stop fucking analyzing. You need to stop overanalyzing your life, stop overanalyzing your goals. Stop thinking of this, that, and the other. This excuse might happen. That excuse might happen. This reason why I can't do this might happen. This is the reason why I'm stuck here. No. The reason you're stuck where you are is simply because you haven't done the action steps necessary to make a change in your life. I'm going to say that again for the kids in the back. The reason your life hasn't changed is simply because you haven't taken the action steps necessary to change your life. But the good news is you can start taking those action steps whenever you decide to. Whenever you decide to make the change in your life to finally break through out of your goddamn chains, and start taking massive, sloppy action in your life is the same day that your life is going to begin to change. And you're going to be able to watch that change live every single day as you're making 1% progress towards your goals every single day. And this is where the idea of sloppy action comes up. Rather than going through analysis paralysis and becoming paralyzed to your own excuses that are valid, however, but they're still excuses and we want to eradicate them the best we can, instead of becoming victim to your excuses, instead of validating and revalidating your negative affirmations over and over and over again, what if you just did the thing? What if you just did the fucking thing? You ever think of that? Do you ever think of just doing the thing? Doesn't matter how good or bad you do it, doesn't matter how long or short your thing is, doesn't matter how much progress you make or not. It just matters that you do the thing. And this is the thing about human nature. Every time we do something, we get exponentially better at doing that thing. For example, right? You go to the gym, you have newbie gains. You get better and better and better. Literally for the first 1 to 3 years of someone's lifting career, they get exponentially better at lifting, at getting bigger muscles, at increasing their metabolism. Why is this? It's because this is true in all aspects of life. No matter the thing you're trying to improve at, you get exponentially better at it the first few times you do it. And then it gets a little bit, you get a little bit better after that and a little bit better after that. Say you improve 80% the first time. The next time you do it, you might improve 75%. The next time you do it, you might improve 70%. And the next time it drops off more and more, right? 60, 50, 40, 30, until you're eventually only getting 5-10% better every time you do it. But you're still getting better. So if you decide to step out of analysis paralysis and step into sloppy action, and you start doing something every single day, the action steps that you know are necessary to accomplish the goal that you're after, you will get 80% better, 75% better, 70% better, 65% better, 60% better, until eventually you are far past the doubts and fears that you were overanalyzing in the first place. So you see what I'm saying when I say sloppy action eradicates all your valid excuses, because all these excuses that you've been thinking of through your day-to-day life, they're true, they're valid, it makes sense. It does make sense. So I'm not blaming you, and you shouldn't blame yourself for not taking action. Of course you don't want to take action. The brain will always try to find the path of least resistance for the body. It's obvious that you don't want to go to the gym. It's obvious that you don't want to diet. It is blatantly, obnoxiously obvious that you don't want to go to the gym every day. Understandable. Nobody would. Not many people would. The difference between me and you is that I go to the gym anyway, right? Even on days that I don't want to go, I go to the gym anyway. It's not even an argument that goes on in my head. It's not even I don't want to go to the gym today. Maybe I'll take a rest day. Is today a training day? Yes, I'm going to the gym. Is today a rest day? Yes, I'm staying home. It's that simple. There's no overanalysis. There's no analysis paralysis. There's just sloppy action. I don't care if you go to the gym and literally do nothing on day one. Just getting to the gym is a win. Don't you see how that's a 1% better win? If you could go to the gym on day one, get 80% better at going to the gym, and then on day two, you go to the gym and actually step inside, that's an improvement. That's a step in front of analysis paralysis. You are finally getting over your fear of overanalyzation, and you are finally taking steps forward. No matter how small the steps, you're finally taking steps forward towards the goals that you know you want to accomplish. And that, my friends, is a W. So, wrapping everything up, you need to stop overanalyzing your goals. You need to stop falling victim to analysis paralysis. You need to trade analysis paralysis for sloppy action. No matter the goal, no matter the outcome, you need to start taking the action steps necessary. So a typical sequence would look like this. Number 1, identify a goal. Done that. Number 2, figure out what action steps you need to take to reach that goal. So number 1, identify a goal. You want to go from skinny fat to six-pack abs, or you want to just have six-pack abs, right? Okay, identify the goal. What do people that have six-pack abs do? Well, they go to the gym, they diet, and they train abs. Got it. So we got the action steps down. Number 3, messy action. Everything else is going to be a waste of time. Any kind of excuse, any kind of analysis paralysis, any kind of overanalyzation, overgeneralization is going to be detrimental to your success. It's going to throw you into a spiral of analysis paralysis. Instead, step 3 is simply taking messy action. Get yourself to the gym, look up a diet plan, start something, start somewhere, take the first step, and don't overanalyze your goals. And that is how you're going to be able to make 1% progress every single day. So thank you guys so much for tuning into the Garrett Wolf podcast. Again, if you liked anything I had to say, or you just think I have a nice, cute face with a cool microphone in front of it, then please screenshot it, ba-boom, share it to your Instagram stories, tag me at _Garrett Wolf, and I will send you something for free. I will reshare it to my story, or I will send you a little bit of money. because it helps me out and it is good for the podcast because we're a new podcast. And so we need to incentivize listeners to listen, get them hooked, get them indoctrinated, and have them start coming back as a reoccurring listener. So any kind of help with that is much appreciated. So thank you guys once again so much for tuning in. Let me know if you like the new mic setup. And I will see you all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in the next podcast episode. Peace, peace. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Hopefully you got some value. If you did get value and you want to learn a little bit more about how you can go from skinny fat to fitness freak, just head over to my Instagram @_Garrett Wolf and DM me the word muscles, and I'll reach out to you and see if I can help. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace, peace.